Thank you, and I just want to take this opportunity to let you guys know a little bit about where we are in terms of immigration. There's been a lot of things happening and movement in the House. In the Senate, as usual, we take a little bit of a different approach. I think both sides of the aisle, and we are currently working on our SB 60. We've made a couple of modifications, and I think the fiscal note is what's going to make a difference on this bill. And we're probably going to have that fiscal note in the next 24 hours, the final one, and it's looking as a revenue enhancement piece of legislation versus a cost. And I think that's enough. It will create enough appetite to have a totally different discussion on this issue. And again, it's a comprehensive approach. We are confident we're going to get our time to discuss the bill at a hearing. I'm looking for a committee hearing, looking forward to that committee hearing taking place sooner than later. We are ready. We've worked on this bill for 10 months. A group of individuals, a very diverse group of individuals with conservatives and other members of our community as well as legislators. So certainly looking forward to that. And at the same time, with that SB 60, I also have SB 41. This is a bill I've been working on for the last, including these 3 sessions, and that is legal permanent resident children, just taking advantage of the federal match that we get for CHIP and Medicaid. It will add about 800 kids, possibly 800 kids to our group of children on Medicaid and CHIP. These are children and families that are working and playing by the rules. And outside of the other immigration discussion, I think we should be a state that works towards rewarding people that are playing by the rules. This is a cost-saving public health bill, and it's still in rules. So that one, I'm hoping that it will get its fair time on committee and get that time. And then also we had SB 67, and we were very successful in getting it out of committee yesterday from the Education Committee. This is just adding an extra year where schools will be responsible to do eye screening for children. It's very basic, but it makes a very big difference in the quality of education and life of these children. And we've had great partnerships, private-public partnerships. At best is this eye screening process in our current education system, because most of the screening takes place by volunteers, PTA parents, or optometrists that are taking time out of their busy schedule to go and check the children. And I think it makes a huge difference, and we got great support from the committee. Yes.
Senator Robles, you said that your bill could be a revenue enhancement. What would be the moneymaker off of this?
Well, for one, it's the processing fees. So that's just one piece, and so that's a revenue enhancement portion. But it's also the fact that the taxes we will be able to get state tax withholding processes for that population, and I believe that most of them pay taxes. We just don't have a way of quantifying this. This bill will bring some order in the process, and we will be able to quantify those. And so the bill, the way it's structured, will have state tax withholding, as well as and within the bill language of the waiver, it will also ask the federal government to do their federal tax withholding process, which I'm sure they won't say no to that, right? That's obviously money. So in that sense, we are looking at a good fiscal note. I think it's going to make many of my colleagues very happy when they see that.
Do you think that it would perhaps sway some lawmakers if they saw the fiscal note versus Representative Sandstrom's, which is $11 million a year to enforce, maybe even more?
I definitely believe that it's going to change that dynamic of that discussion, and it's important to do that. So yeah.
Wasn't this fiscal note in the bill before? Are there elements in the bill that have changed to make this revenue enhancement?
No, it was a cleaning language in terms of making it pragmatically possible. I mean, we need to keep in consideration that a lot of these immigration bills are so different and it's things that the state have never done before. So it's just cleaning services, not necessarily that's going to change a big fiscal portion.
Are you working with any other lawmakers on this bill? Are you looking to run your bill on its own merits, or are you looking maybe to combine this with some other things that are out there?
Great question, and we are working with Senator Bramble in a more comprehensive approach that will bring a consensus. But I think SB 60, because of the effort and the work that's been put into, deserves its hearing and its process at committee. And I feel confident that out of that discussion, we can even bring a more a better comprehensive approach if that's necessary. But I believe we have enough support to have a hearing and make it.
Is your bill being held up anywhere, or are you still waiting for the fiscal?
No, I think right now we've had some discussions and with leadership and others, and I think the bill will get its time. I mean, I feel confident.
There's no committee hearings after tomorrow morning for the rest of the week, is that right?
Correct. So
you're
it won't be
looking
this
at-
week, no. It
looking
will
at
probably,
possibly next
yeah.
week?
I've heard that there's discussion of maybe having a lot of the immigration bills all together on committee hearing.